you feel about your first year here? Obviously, the goal was to go all the way, but how do you feel about the success you guys did have?
Man, I'm definitely proud of the group. I think situations like this, everybody will say it's only one team that is happy at the end of the year, and everybody else is just trying to pick up the pieces and figure out how they can get back next year. So definitely won't take away from the special moments that we shared together since I got here, and just the group of guys that we had, because it was definitely a good year, a special year.
You've seen what it takes to get to the next step. What does this team need to do in the offseason to get there?
I think it's so different every year. Every year that I've been, in a position to fight for a Super Bowl, whether it's NFC Championship, Super Bowl, or even this year, it's always looked different. But it's more so just the resilience to be able to overcome whatever is coming. Because I've had years where you lose all your guys, the starters get hurt, all these things happen, and you still find a way to make it happen. And then other years where everybody is healthy and ready to go, but just not performing how you need to. So I think every year is so different, and that's what makes it so challenging, is because the thing that you needed the year prior might not be what gets you the next year. So it's hard to say.
Azeez, there weren't very many games this year where you, Danico, and Christian, a few of the guys that were really counted on this defense, got to play together, but you got a few at the end. Can you carry that over in the next year?
Yeah, definitely. I think, not just us, but, all the guys on defense and as a collective, guys hopefully get some of these guys back and then new additions through the draft or wherever for free agency. The more time you get together with the same guys, the better chemistry you can create, and so it definitely can help.
What's it like for you here at the end of the season? And some of these guys aren't going to be back. And what's going inside when it kind of ends?
Yeah, it's tough, because you understand that. I think being in that position, multiple years, and understanding the next year that even if you assume the turnover in the National Football League is so high, you just never know how it turns out. So you hate it because dang, I might not see this guy again. But you also understand the relationship extends further than football. So there's a lot of friends I've had when I was in San Francisco and in Tennessee that they're still my close friends to this day. So it definitely is a really bittersweet moment.
Azeez, I believe Will may have communicated this to teammates. I think he indicated that. Having a sense of urgency, starting early, OTAs, just kind of really attack the offseason and look at ways, can we watch more film? Can we be better to take it to a different level? How much do you embrace that and that message?
Yeah, I think right now, everybody, myself included, you take this such drastic measures that you're just man, I gotta do everything different. It's tough, man, because you just never know what's required for what you're about to go do. And I can say that this year, I would have never wrote down all the goals and everything I wrote down for myself. I was sitting in my room. I sat there, the same clothes I had on after the game. I didn't do anything for the last 24 hours but sit there and stare at the ceiling. And I would have never thought that the year that I've had, the highs and the lows, I would have had. So I think you just never know what the year is to bring. But you just got to try to prepare yourself mentally, physically, spiritually for whatever is going to come your way. And I think we definitely dealt with a lot of different types of adversity and had a lot of high moments and lows, but you can always say anything, right now after, but you got to kind of give time to just let it settle in first.
What were you most proud of with this particular group this year? What stands out to you?
I think just the resiliency, because there was a lot. Every team deals with injuries, every team deals with adversity, and at the end of the day, to get to the playoffs, to win in the playoffs, you've got to be able to withstand it. And we did that for a good part of the season. Just like I said, the many different things that's happened on this team since I've been here, it's just kind of been crazy. Dang, it's just heartbreaking, and different moments where you're just reading it. If I was reading a book and I'm reading that, my heart would be oh my God, you just don't know what's gonna happen next. And I think just to see all those emotions and to be in it and know what guys are dealing with and battling through. I'm just proud of this resiliency.